recovery today. So there won't be a warm up. The whole thing about this is just nice, steady, constant movement. So we don't really need to get warmed up too much at all for this. We're just gonna go right into it. I'll go over this workout with you, and then we'll get it kicked off, and I'll keep the track of time and everything like that. So we're gonna do 3 4-minute workouts with a 1-minute rest in between each one. So the first 4 minutes, and you don't need to memorize these, I'll remind you of the movements when we get into those rests and stuff, but the first 4 minutes is gonna be 15 squats and 10 reverse crunches. So the squats, feet just up out shoulder width or so, okay? Butt's the first thing to move back a little bit, and then just squatting down, making sure that weight stays nice and flat on the feet. Don't let that weight get forward and get up onto your toes or anything like that. Try to sit back a little bit more. So if you need to kind of sit towards a chair, that will work just fine. The reverse crunch. So this one, I'm gonna grab underneath my couch right here just to kind of stabilize my upper body. My knees stay bent the whole time, and I'm gonna pull my knees up to my elbows using my upper ab area, okay? If you can't get all the way up to your elbows, that's fine. If you just need to do this much movement, that's fine. But the knees stay bent the whole time, and you're really concentrating on kind of squeezing your upper abs to help pull those knees up nice and high. So we'll do those 2 movements for 4 minutes, and then we'll take a 1-minute rest. And then the second 4 minutes is we're gonna go 10 dips. I'm gonna use my coffee table right here. If you've got a solid chair or couch or something like that, you can use that as well. But you're just gonna put your hands on it, move your butt off, and then just drop yourself down and push up just like that. If you want it to be easier, it's feet closer in, harder, feet farther out. So 10 of those and 10 leg raises. The leg raise is gonna be on your back right here. Feet just come up to about 90 degrees, just like that. That one's gonna concentrate a little bit more on the lower ab. And then you'll do those for 4 minutes, and then we'll rest 1 minute. And then we'll finish off with 4 minutes of 10 lunges. So that's gonna be total 5 each leg. 10 lunges, just gonna step forward, make sure that knee stays over the ankle, creating a good 90-degree angle between your lower leg and upper leg. Keeping that weight nice and flat, and you just step back. Just like that. So 10 total, 5 each leg, and 10 heel touches on each side. Heel touches are gonna look like this. You're gonna be in this sit-up position, okay? Hands will be directly down by your side. Head up if you can. If you need to put it down, that's fine. But what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pull yourself down using your side muscle, which is your oblique, to touch that heel, okay? And you're gonna go 10 each side, so 20 total. And then you'll be done, and I'll show you some stretches at the end to kind of help release some of the stiffness and everything like that. So I'll go over the first one with you again, because that's the only one you need to really know right now. But the first one is 4 minutes, 15 squats, 10 reverse crunches. And I'll remind you of the other ones when we're in our little rest. So go ahead and get yourself ready to go. I'll give you about 10 seconds. So 15 squats, 10 reverse crunches. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. So the pace should be nice and steady, guys. You should be able to kind of talk through this thing the whole time. Concentrate on good range of motion. Get done with those squats, you're moving into the reverse crunches. Remember to keep those knees bent the whole time. And you're just gonna keep repeating those 2 movements for the entire 4 minutes, guys. steady. Should be able to have a conversation, about 5 to 7 words or so before you feel like you need to take a breath.
What you got, let me hear you say.
About halfway through. Good, guys, keep this up. Keep it consistent. If you need to take breaks, make them really short. A little under a minute, guys, a little under a minute. Remember, this is at your pace. Don't worry about trying to keep up with anybody else. A little under 30 seconds, guys, a little under 30. And rest. All right, guys, 1 minute of rest, 1 minute of rest. Second set of movements is the 10 dips and 10 leg raises. 10 dips, 10 leg raises. So the dips will be on the coffee table or whatever surface you've decided to use, and the leg raises are the one on your back, both legs coming up to 90 degrees. Got about 30 seconds. Sip a little bit of water, try to concentrate on that breathing, get that heart rate down. Ten seconds. 2, 1, and go. Starting out with those 10 dips, guys. Good, nice and steady. Keep yourself moving as much as you can, short breaks. Good guys, good. Concentrate on that breathing while you're doing this. Nice steady breaths. That'll help control your heart rate a little bit better.
Show me what you got, let me hear you say.
Right about halfway, guys, halfway. Remember, if you take breaks, try to make them short, okay? Like under 5 seconds or so. You want to go really quick with this, with the breaks at least. Slow up that pace too. If you're finding you're taking a lot of breaks, just slow your pace up. Kind of allow yourself to just settle in into a good rhythm. Got under a minute, guys, under a minute. "30 seconds. "10 seconds. And rest. All right, 1 minute, and then we'll go into our last 4-minute set. I'll show you a couple of stretches, and then we'll be done for the day. So, last set of movements is gonna be the 10 lunges total, so 5 each leg, and 10 heel touches on each side. So the heel touches, once again, is the one where you're sitting, laying on your back,
What you got,
and just
let me hear
pulling
you say.
yourself down, touching your heels. If you wanna make this one harder, then you're gonna put your feet a little farther away. Don't go too far because there's only so far you can bend. So if you go too far, you won't be able to reach your heels. You got about 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Starting out with the lunges. In 2, 1, and go. 4 minutes, guys, and then we're done. Good. Nice and steady. Keep that breathing under control. Good form with the movements. Keep that breathing under control. halfway. We're almost there, guys. You're almost there.
What you got? Let me hear you say.
Keep this up, guys. Breathe through it. You're in your home stretch now. Home stretch. One minute left. 1 minute. Seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Keep this up. And rest. Good job, guys. Okay. So I'll give you about 20 to 30 seconds, and then I'll show you some stretches, and we will call it a day. Go ahead and sip on a little bit of water. Really concentrate on that breathing if you feel like your heart rate's a little high. All right, guys, I'll go into some stretches for you. Okay, first one is going to be a frog stretch. So I'll show this one, and I'll show something else you can do because this one isn't always the greatest for some people. So you're gonna go nice and wide with your legs. So I'm gonna get my arms out of the way. Nice and wide, so you should be putting the weight a little bit on the inner side of that knee. So I would definitely do this on a soft surface. And then your feet are gonna be directly behind your knees. So if you're looking at me from the side, I'm right here, okay, just like that. You should already, if you're pretty tight like I am, you should already start to feel something in your like groin area. From here, I'm gonna drop down to my forearms, and all I'm gonna do is just lightly push my butt back towards my feet. And that should make that stretch a little bit deeper, and you're just gonna hold that, okay? So that's the frog stretch. Another stretch I'm gonna do is gonna be called an airplane seat stretch. So I'm gonna use the edge of my couch right here. You can use a corner of a wall or a door jamb or something like that. I'll show you why you're gonna need an open space behind you though. You're gonna put your hand in your lower back, okay? So I'm gonna create this little triangle right here. Then I'm gonna put my elbow onto the corner of, let me turn this so you can see this a little bit better. There we go. I'm gonna put my elbow on the front of this. So you should be able to see your elbow, like it shouldn't be behind it, okay? So you're gonna put it right here. Essentially this part of your elbow should be against the surface. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit back into my hand. That's gonna push my elbow forward, and I'm gonna feel a big stretch in the shoulder, okay? This is called an airplane seat stretch, kind of because you get locked up in an airplane and you're always like, meh, like that. So don't crank on this one, go very gentle with it. It doesn't take a whole lot to get that one going, okay? So that's airplane seat, back straight. And the last one we're gonna do is a hurdler stretch. So one foot will be straight out in front of me. My other, I'm gonna tuck it back just like this. I can lean forward and hit the hamstring on the straight leg, or I can lean back and hit the hip flexor quad area on this bent leg. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. If this position is uncomfortable for you, then what you're going to do is you're going to bring it in and turn it and put the bottom of your foot to the inside of the thigh of the straight leg. You won't be able to hit the quad anymore by leaning back, but you could still go forward and hit that hamstring, which is where most people are really tight anyways. So as I always recommend, 2 to 3 rounds, 20 to 30 seconds for each stretch, and always be stretching on your own as well. It is one of those things that is overlooked that, you know, you can never be too flexible, okay? Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the class. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.